I thought by now one of those janky clothing companies like Temu or Shein would have given me a sponsorship by now, or at least send me a bag of free clothes. I gotta go get some sweaters. I got Elvis Presley on me today. Thank you very much. Anyways, I'm just going through my gossip. I know my content lately has been crap, but hey. Anyways, Farrah Abraham, you know the girl that was on, what was it called? Oh, what is it called? MTV's Teen Mom. She was my least favorite girl out of all of them. But anyway, she had a kid with a man that passed away. And so that offspring is not a problem child. She seems to be doing okay. She wears a ton of makeup, but hey, I did too when I was that age, having to process things, you know. And her mama first let her get piercings when she was 14, which I think is too young, but hey, who am I to judge? I pierced my own self all over the place when I was older, 18-ish, 17. So, I mean, it's a way to express yourself and your frustrations, your anger at the world. That to me what piercings and tattoos symbolize sometimes, but not all. So anyways, a while back, I saw Farrah and her daughter on a particular talk show, and I love the host, but for me, they were kind of pushing boundaries. They were talking about OF and all that stuff in front of the daughter, which to me, you know, was a little weird in itself, but who am I to judge? My parenting is quite questionable as well. So anyways, I thought it was a little weird, a little off. But now today they've posted that her girl, is it Sophie or Sophia, has gotten some tattoos on her abdomen, okay? And she's 16 years old, and she's got 3 bats on each side. She's very goth girl-ish. And, okay, fine, whatever. She's 16. That to me, you know, a 16-year-old, if your kid wants to get a little tat at 16 to express themselves, you know, usually they're just little micro tattoos or whatever, just a itty bitty thing to, you know, whatever, say I got a little tattoo. And most times they end up regretting it. I mean, 16 years old, you don't know which way anything in this world is going to go. And what, you haven't, your brain hasn't even developed yet, if it's going to develop at all. And you don't know what you're going to like in 5 or 10 years. And now you have a full tattoo. You know, most people end up regretting the tats they got at 16. So anyway, she's got this done on her belly. Well, guess what her mama does? She posts a picture of her 16-year-old daughter lying down with these completed tattoos. It's, I don't know, it's not in good taste, let me just say that. And they continue to push the boundaries. And I don't know if it's real or if it's a filter, but the Sophie girl had a full face of Kiss. You know, the rock band, Gene Simmons. He just got in a car accident, by the way. He seems to be okay, though. She had a full face of makeup on. It may have been a filter. I have no idea. But, yeah, I mean, you gotta watch. When I was growing up, anyways, I'm just saying I don't agree with it. When I was growing up, there was a guy who had a tattoo, G-U-N, right? And he went around tatting everybody. And, of course, I was going to go and get him to tattoo me as well. Well, turns out that he wasn't sterilizing the needles, and that whole group, the whole leap of them, all got the hepatitis C. Yes, they did. And it wasn't until a couple of years back that the government funded a program for them all to get treated for the hepatitis C. So if you're going to let your kids do one, take them to a proper place, number one. Number two, try to talk them out of it, but if they're going to do it, it's better that you take them to a good place. Otherwise, they're going to get some kid to do it for them, and it could get infected and all that good stuff. So anyways, I'm just giving parenting advice when I shouldn't be at all, but try to make good choices. And kids, wait until you're older to get a tattoo. express yourself through clothing and through makeup, because it's not permanent. Leave the tats until later, until you really, really know what you want. I had a friend, here she goes again. I had a friend that was an artist, and I got him to draw this beautiful lady and the moon and all this stuff, scenery, and I was going to get that on my back shoulder at the time. I have no tats. I have scars and remnants of my piercings, but I don't have any tattoos. And anyways, I went to a lady, and she was going to do it, and I was looking through her portfolio, and she was covered in tattoos and things, right? And I was looking through her portfolio, and I said, well, these don't look like any of the tattoos you have on your body. And she said, well, I didn't do any of the tats on myself. I got them professionally done. And I was going to her because I thought she was a good tattoo artist. No. The tattoos she had, you know, because most tattoo artists, they practice on themselves. She had paid for people to do those. And her book was full of her tattoos. And oh my gosh, I just sat there looking at them like, oh, I can't let this lady tattoo me. And I was ready. I was all ready. I thought that her artwork was on her body and she was her own walking billboard. No. And luckily I went through the book of the tats she had done. And I was lucky, because if I'd had her do my tat on my back, you know what it would have looked like? It would have looked like a cow jumping over the moon instead of a lady howling at the moon. It would have been a whole different picture altogether. So be careful. Choose your artist wisely. And yeah, bye.